Hi, I'm Monty Eves. I'm here with my great friend, Galen Prodakis, and we're excited to share with you our journal article coming out this summer in ASJ, really looking at academic aesthetic practices and really what makes them work and not.
Yeah, so it's been a project for about 2, 3 years now where Monty and I got together with all the leaders around the country, from Michigan to Pittsburgh to all the programs, and developed a roundtable. It was in Atlanta about
In Atlanta,
two
about
years
2
ago.
years ago.
Yeah, about 2 years ago. And from that, we developed this tool, a survey that went out to all the chairs, and we looked at all the data related to characteristics of a great aesthetic practice and a great aesthetic training program. So we're pleased to share that.
Yeah, and we got actually the majority of the program chiefs and chairs in the country shared and gave us feedback, which was really awesome. So we really have a strong response. And there's a few key takeaways. I think in terms of having a strong practice, the things that really make it is you need to have faculty members that have a concentration aesthetics, meaning at least 50% of their time.
Absolutely.
Right. And the other thing that was interesting is that those places that had injectors, nurse injectors, so forth, non-physician injectors tended to do much better financially.
Much better, yeah. And faculty, percentage, 50%. They've got to be doing aesthetic surgery more than 50% of the time.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. And Galen, what kind of things really made the residency program, the aesthetic training work?
So basically 3 characteristics with residency training. One, they've got to have a discounted residency aesthetic experience. They have to have that. Secondly, they've got to be with their faculty in the aesthetic clinic. And the third one is research. If they're participating in aesthetic research, those are the characteristics of a program that's just doing much better based on benchmarks.
A couple of other key things. First off, we found that where people found their biggest barriers is really having adequate marketing budgets and controlled marketing. And it really depended on the institution, how open they were in that. And so after all this, again, what would you say is how do people leverage this going forward? How do they use this info?
So we're hoping that this is like a benchmark of what is good, right, in aesthetic practice and training.
What works.
Right, what works, right? And so now we can take this, smaller programs can take it to the institution and say, look, this is sort of benchmark, this is what we need, this is what we have to do to train our residents, this is what we have
profitable.
To do. Right, and create a practice that's a real business. So it's kind of exciting, it's good data, it's 70% of the entire aesthetic training programs around the country.
Right.
So I think we're onto a good thing.
Great.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was.
Let's figure out the next project.